So your boy Trump is once again in the news for saying something that other people won't necessarily agree with. Okay, so I have an article here, y'all. Trump says he cannot be racist because he has so many black friends. I have an article I'm gonna read, and then I'm gonna delve into some of his past actions. In an interview with Semaphore, former President Donald Trump was asked about black voters who label him racist. He stated, "I have so many black friends that if I were racist, they would not be friends. They would know better than anyone and fast." Trump stated, "They would not be with me for 2 minutes if they thought I was racist. I am not racist." All right. Now, my own personal opinion, you do have, I'm not saying he is or isn't. Usually, you have a token black friend, okay? Where you'll be like, come on. I mean, but I'm friends with Reggie though. I mean, come on, Reggie's great. Well, just because you may be friends with this one person, that doesn't mean that you don't have disdain for the other people, okay? That's the one thing, that's why people will also say like, "Oh, are you the black friend?" Because this group of friends may be cool with you, but if they see other people that look like you, they'll be like, I don't know if I would be cool with Alex over there. I mean, Samantha, I like you, but Alex, I don't know. Okay. And it wouldn't necessarily be because of personality. It's everything else that will follow along with that. Okay. So just want to put that out there. You do have people who are your token black friends, and people they'll blend in well. Okay. But let's continue. The friends he was most likely referring to include the likes of Byron Donalds, Senator Tim Scott, and former Housing and Urban Development Secretary Ben Carson. He was the one that was trying to run for president, and I guess he was really just trying to sell his book. I mean, that's really what it was. He was just trying to sell his book, and it was like, you spend all this money wasting all this time to sell a book? I think there's cheaper ways to do it, but whatever. They are all vying for the position of Trump's vice president by betraying black people with their dangerous political rhetoric. The black friends, quote unquote, Trump referred to could include also Mike Tyson, retired MLB slugger Darryl Strawberry, boxing promoter Don King, and former NFL star Georgia State candidate Hershel Walker. And that man, I actually did a dive. I was like, what happened to him? I haven't seen anything. I was looking, I'm like, okay, did he just like disappear? Because he was all up in the news, Hershel Walker, and then he was just gone. And I was like, okay. I mean, did you like go into a closet somewhere? I mean, what happened? Did you move out of the country? Because you don't see him anywhere, okay? At least I don't. All right. And it says, all of whom have defended the former president, okay? Now, the reason why people are also thinking, it's like I said, I'm not going to say yay or nay to it. That's up to you to decide. But the reason why people are saying it is because, and I found an article for it, is because of what happened with real estate. Okay. So I have an article and it says, inside the government's racial bias case against Donald Trump's company and how he fought it. It says, when a black woman asked to rent an apartment in a Brooklyn complex managed by Donald Trump's real estate company, she said she was told that nothing was available. Okay, you'll be like, okay, nothing's available. Okay, cool. A short time later, a white woman who made the same request was invited to choose between two available apartments. But it wasn't available when she was there, but it's available when she's there. The two would-be renters on that July 1972 day were actually undercover testers for a government-sanctioned investigation to determine whether Trump Management Incorporated discriminated against minorities seeking housing at properties across Brooklyn and Queens. So these two were undercover, like an undercover boss kind of thing. Let me just see what's going on. And then they got what the results were. Federal investigators also gathered evidence Trump employees had secretly marked the applications of minorities with codes such as number 9 and C for colored, according to government interviews accounts filed in federal courts. The employees allegedly directed blacks and Puerto Ricans away from buildings with mostly white tenants and steered them towards properties that had many minorities, the government filings alleged. In October 1973, the Justice Department filed a civil rights case that accused the Trump firm, whose complexes contained 14,000 apartments, of violating the Fair Housing Act of 1968. So that's one of the things. When you go and look at that, you'll be like, yeah, maybe you'll lean more to another direction, okay? But let's continue. There was also Trump calling for the execution of the Central Park Five, deeming African nations as crap countries. I think we may all know what the exact verbiage was. And allegedly using the N-word, allegedly, while filming his reality show, The Apprentice. So many people, that's why when he said that, this is what people were referring to. People were like, yeah, you say that, but what about your past? What about this? What about that? And especially when Trump started running for president, that's when you had a whole bunch of allegations coming out about The Apprentice and just what happened with that. How was that run? What did that look like for production purposes? So take that as you will. Let me know what you think down below.